There's a rumor going around that Greta Thunberg is currently captured and being tortured by Israel. Didn't have that on my bingo card for 2025, and I'm sure you didn't either. And now there's been some discussions where the Israeli government saying, no, we're not doing that. But there was this individual who spoke out. And this is, let's see if we find the name. The Israeli foreign minister denied allegations that Greta Thunberg was being mistreated. But then Israel's national security minister, Ben-Gvir, said this: I am proud that the flotilla activists are being treated as terrorists. This is my policy. I'm proud of the prison staff acting in accordance with this policy set by Commissioner Kobi Yacobi and myself. I was on their ships. I saw neither aid nor humanity. I visited Kazitsov prison, Kazita, I don't know how to say that, prison, and was proud we treated the flotilla activists as supporters of terrorism. Anyone who supports terrorism is a terrorist and deserves the same conditions applied to terrorists. Sounds like they're torturing Greta Thunberg. Sounds like it. I don't know. Let's find another article and see if we can get a little bit more information on that. Greta Thunberg tortured Israel. Cool. But I did find that interesting that he said that immediately after they're like, no, we would never do anything to her. It's like, well, sounds like you did. So here's from The Guardian. It says, Israel accused of detaining Greta Thunberg in infested cell and making her hold flags. Okay. Doesn't exactly sound like torture. Activist tells Swedish officials she has been subjected to harsh treatment, including insufficient food and water. Okay. It says the environmental campaigner Greta Thunberg has told Swedish officials she is being subjected to harsh treatment in Israeli custody after. The last thing Israel needs right now is like a PR issue. Although, not that you could make their PR issue any worse than what it is right now. But I think this would be probably a pretty stupid move for them to treat her, because she's always just been like, you're just going to really, really piss off a very small portion of our country that actually cares about her. But just not a good look. So I'd be surprised if they were actually doing anything crazy besides like making her hold flags and whatever. There being bugs in her cell. According to the correspondence, Israeli forces also reported by another detainee to having taken photographs where Thunberg was allegedly forced to hold flags. The identity of the flags is unknown. In an email sent by the Swedish foreign minister to people close to Thunberg and seen by The Guardian, an official who has visited the activist in prison said she claimed she was detained in a cell infested with bed bugs with too little food and water. Sounds like you live in Chicago. Think you'll be all right. The embassy has been able to meet with Greta. This reads the email. She was informed of dehydration. She's also probably a little bit of a drama queen from everything I've seen. I remember her getting like hauled off into a police detail, but she like acted like her hands were behind her back when she wasn't really being arrested. Some weird stuff there. So I don't know if I believe her. I don't know. They dragged little Greta by her hair before our eyes, beat her, and forced her to kiss the Israeli flag. They did everything imaginable to her as a warning to others, the Turkish activist Ezrin Silik, a participant in the Samid Flotilla, told Anadolu news agency. Lorenza De Agosto, a journalist, and says it was corroborated by at least 2 members of the flotilla. I don't know what to think. Maybe they're torturing Greta Thunberg. Thunberg is among 437 activists, parliamentarians, and lawyers who were part of a Global Samid Flotilla, a coalition of more than 40 vessels carrying humanitarian aid, which goal was to breach Israeli 16-year maritime blockade of Gaza. Guess we'll find out. Don't see anything else truly in here stating whether it's been. The Israeli embassy said the allegations were complete lies. All detainees from the Hamas Samud provocation were given access to food, water, and toilets. They were not denied access to legal counsel, and all their legal rights, including access to medical care, were fully upheld. Okay. Who knows? Maybe Greta Thunberg's being tortured.